And let me tell you something. This film was like eating leftovers, and the leftovers weren't good.
I'm Ed, this is Marissa, and this is Distant Critics. And now, before we get into it, we just want to let you guys know that this is our personal opinions. Don't get mad at us, But if you do, leave it in the comments. Let us know what you guys think of the film. You already know what we're getting into. You see the title, you see the thumbnail. The Strangers, Chapter 1. Marissa, can we get into the plot, please?
Absolutely, let's do it. After their car breaks down in an eerie small town, a young couple are forced to spend the night in a remote cabin. Panic ensues as they are terrorized by three masked strangers who strike with no mercy and seemingly no motive in The Strangers Chapter 1, the chilling first entry of this upcoming horror feature film series.
Ooh, spooky. Marissa, let us know what you think about the film.
Hold on, they're caught me off guard.
Alright, let's be serious. Okay, Marissa, what'd you think about the film?
And let me tell you something. This film was like eating leftovers, and the leftovers weren't good. I'm sorry, I have to say it, but before I get into the scenes or the parts on why I believe that it wasn't good, I do want to talk about Madeline Petch's acting as Maya. Phenomenal. It was like a chef's kiss at the top of a Twinkie castle. I don't know. But one thing that I really appreciate about her acting was how she made sense. For me, she made sense. So there was a scene, when they're at the diner, and she was in La La Land, and she was trusting everyone and their mom and stuff like that. And the boyfriend was like, nah, like, we can't trust them. We can't do this. We can't do that. And she's like, no, it's fine. In reality, if we were in that situation, we would probably be the same way. You would you're stranded in an area that you don't know. You see friendly faces that are besides the maintenance car people. Okay, they were a little strange for me. They were a little strange. But you see these friendly faces, so you may want to try to trust them. Then she made that whole 180 turnaround, and she was no longer that girl that was dense. Once she was in that house and those masked killers came and they started terrorizing her, she was like, oh no, like, this is not what's going down. And then she showed her true self, and that's exactly in a situation how we would probably act.
I agree. So full disclosure, I've actually never seen the first film, so I was going into this one not knowing anything about the film. So I watched a quick trailer recap of the first one, and I started seeing the same patterns in this film, almost to the point as if it was just like a repeat film. But Madeline, I agree, her acting was really good. I liked some of the camera angles that they were doing, where they were doing close-up shots of her face. You could really see the agony and some of the scenes and the crying. The boyfriend, he wasn't so bad in the beginning, but towards the end, I could not stand him. I really could not stand him. I wanted him to just sit in the corner with his inhaler and just like. We didn't need him in the film. We'll just say it like that.
If there's one scene that really, really irked me to my core, I'm huge on making sense. If you're doing a real life scenario movie that's based on a true events, make it make sense. Okay? There's one scene, here's a little bit of a spoiler alert, but there's one scene where he's getting hit by one of the masked strangers.
Yes.
In his truck, right?
Yeah.
He's getting hit, pinned in between a tree and his car, and the truck is just ramming him over and over and over. While the masked man ends up leaving, Ryan gets out of the car, and you can hear the masked man's truck still running.
The engine running. Take it!
But take it. But does Ryan take it? No, he walks straight past it. And you know damn well that that truck is still working because near the end of the movie, they are still using that truck.
Mm-hmm.
I would have just let Madeline.
Hey, love makes you do crazy things, I guess. But another thing that really irked me about the film. So again, I didn't know anything about the first film, but I know that this is a prequel. So knowing that these masked people are in the original film and this is a prequel, I know that nothing is going to happen to them. So there is a point of like, there's no suspending your disbelief. We already know that they're going to be just fine and they're coming back.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm telling you. That's why it's like eating leftovers. You don't need to watch The Other Strangers to know what's going to happen. You already know what's going to happen. There's nothing new. There's nothing original. It was the same thing. It was just basically a reskit of the previous Stranger movie.
Totally. And, you know, we've been bashing this film a little bit, but I think we can both agree that we don't recommend this film, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Listen,
okay.
I'm all for watching a movie that is bad. So please, still watch the movie. But would I recommend the movie to my friends and family? Probably not.
For me, no, I'm not watching this movie again. I'm not. But it looks like they might be. I mean, they said it's a trilogy, so it looks like they're moving forward. The way they ended it, they're moving forward with 2 more films. So we'll see if it gets better from here on out. But for me, it's not a recommend.
Yeah, I agree with you. I totally agree with you.
Yep, but we want to know what you guys have to say about this film. If you liked it, you didn't, whatever your thoughts are, leave them in the comments down below.
And if you also have any recommendations on any other movies, suggestions that you want us to review, please comment down below and let us know so we can go ahead and make your idea into reality.
Yes, and thank you guys so much for joining us today on Distant Critics.
Bye.